Hello. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. I hope we're all enjoying it. It's been a great year for dating. I'm actually surprised anyone's still together. Like, usually, if I'm on the dating apps, it's like me and the other 12 lesbians in Dublin who are on dating apps, and we're all just kind of avoiding each other. Nowadays, oh my God, it's like every week, like bam, 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 just join, just join, just join. I don't even want to go on dates with these girls. I'm just really happy that they're single, that we're in this together, you know? Let's be unhappy. Let's be miserable. Let's be Twitch starved. Not together, but adjacent. I think that's nice. I'm very used to not being touched. Well, that might be the saddest thing I've ever said. It is getting to the point now where even me, who's very good at being on my own, it's like I'm starting to exhibit like weird behavior. When I went to my doctor, I went for an earache, and she had finished doing the ear examination. Maybe it was her warm presence. Maybe it's the slick bob that she had. Maybe it was that she reminded me ever so slightly of Mary Lou. And I asked her for a breast exam. I asked my doctor to probe me. And that was when I found out that doctors don't do routine breast exams if you don't have symptoms. Actually, when I talk about it, it is like I'm back there. Like a Vietnam flashback. I'm almost back in my mind racing me, like, come up with a symptom and save face. And I said, itchy underarms. And my doctor said that itchy underarms are not a symptom of breast cancer. No, what they're a symptom of is gone off deodorant. So I have to just hope I'm healthy the rest of my life because I can never go back. But anyway, so yeah, that was really shit. But then, like, on the other side of that, when I go to my local coffee shop, I go like all the time to get coffee. And, you know, the barista there, what she'll do is she'll put like the foam heart on my coffee. I don't know what it is, but I'm just allergic to the idea of ingesting that. So what I do instead is I'll like turn the cup around so that it's like that. And I'll drink my coffee like I'm eating ass, which I've actually never done, which I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not against, like, with the right person. But anyway, I would rather eat my coffee's ass than feel its love. I don't understand. I am in therapy, so don't worry. I haven't told my therapist that yet, though, because, you know. Another way to prove that I am not fit for human consumption, I'm not fit for relationships. I like get really intense crushes on people that don't want me. The last really, really, really big crush that I had, it did last about a year. I met this person once. I didn't even know them that well, but I just projected everything onto them. That I was like fully in love with the person that I had made up to go with this face. Kate Blanchett could be spinning me on her tongue like a fidget spinner. And if this person had walked past me, I would have gotten more thrill, more like enjoyment. And I would have been like, oh God, over there, like subhead nod, than I would have from being on Kate Blanchett. I also have this very fun thing that I do. I like to troll people on dating sites. And I always thought that it was because I would be talking to men because I was still in the closet at the time and I didn't know that I was queer. And my friends would be like, why are you being so combative? Like, you're never going to meet somebody if you're acting this way. But every once in a while it would happen that I would be saying this batshit insane stuff. Like, a guy would be really funny back, you know, really charming. And I'd be like, I would go out with one once in a while. I go out with one if they were really nice. And for some reason I'd be like, there's no chemistry. I don't know what to do. I don't want to kiss him. And I'm like extremely avoidant as well. So I couldn't just say that. I had to like come up with a plan to get out of it. See, my family has a bar in town. My mother works in that bar. So I came up with the lovely solution of bringing these men back to the bar and meeting my mother on the first date. these poor guys would be sitting there and my mom would be trying to make small talk with them and I'd just be getting absolutely hammered and I'd eventually like KO on the bar. It was so funny. The system worked great for me. Like I never had to have that awkward conversation. My mom did ask me to stop, and I didn't. I recognize that I'm the villain of my own story, and I do get my comeuppance. I did this so often that I like Pavlov dogged myself when I was first dating girls. Obviously still in the closet. Not my family didn't know, but I would get to a point on a date with a girl where I was so drunk. And I actually really wish I was making this up. Unfortunately, this is a true story. I did get so drunk on a first date with a girl that I brought her back to the bar. It was a lock in. We were just chilling, drinking, smoking, whatever's legal. And I remember groping her. I remember being all over her in front of my poor mom, who was obviously going, what the fuck? I don't remember how that girl got home. I definitely didn't bring her home. I don't remember how I got home. I do remember waking up in my parents' house the next morning with what I would consider a very strong contender for the worst case of the fear anyone's ever had. So I went downstairs to face the music. And I walked into the kitchen. It was my mom and my two sisters, and nothing. Nothing was said. Hey, maybe she didn't see. Maybe I got lucky. Maybe she spontaneously went blind. And so I started to relax. And that's where I made my mistake, because then I obviously said something to upset one of my sisters. She turned around and she goes, "Shut up, you big fucking lesbian," which is how I found out that I had outed myself to my entire family. Apparently, I follow the show don't tell method of coming out. So, yeah, that is me and my very embarrassing story.